Lovely people, welcome to my channel. In this video I'm going to show you how to make this lovely t-shirt yarn necklace here. It's really simple, you guys, and I've made this tutorial easy for beginners also, right? So if you like what I do and if you enjoy my videos, please do subscribe and turn on your notification bell. Thank you so much for joining me. Okay, so let's just get into it. People, let us start. So I'm starting with t-shirt yarn. So what I'm going to do, I'm just going to leave a little bit of the t-shirt yarn sticking out, roughly around maybe 40 centimeters out, right? So after that I'm going to take my yarn, I'm going to use one finger, I'm going to wrap it going up to form an X like this, and I'll wrap it going down like this. Then I'll just hold the part, right? So I'm going to take the yarn that's sticking out in front here, this one, I'm just going to loosen it, and I'm just going to move it to the back like this. So once I move it to the back, we've got another yarn now that's now in front. I'm just going to go to grab this yarn and just hold on to it. I'm going to release my finger like this, and I'm going to pull everything like this, and that is how you form a slip knot, right? So the next stage is to take a slip knot and you adjust it to your hook, and I'm using a size 6mm hook, right? The next thing that we're going to do is to chain. We're going to chain. So to chain, I'm just going to let my yarn hang on this finger, this one, and I'm just going to hold it in place with my small finger like this, or you can put it like this, right? I'm going to, this finger and this finger, I'm going to hold on to the thing that I'm going to crochet, and I'm going to start chaining. So to chain, we're going to follow these movements: forwards, go up, turn your hook to face down, and move backwards, passing through that loop like this. I'm going to repeat again. So as soon as I finish chaining the last stitch, I'm just going to hold on to that chain. I'm going to move forwards, go up a little, turn my hook to face down, and move backwards, passing through that loop. That is what we call chaining. One more time: forwards, go up a little, turn my hook to face down, and move backwards, passing through that loop. So I've chained 3 chains. I want to chain 28 chains. I'm going to do the rest off camera. Okay, so I've changed my 28 chains. The next step, I'm going to do what we call slip stitching. So to do that, I'm going to, so this V's here are my stitches. So I'm going to ignore the first stitch, which is this one, and I'm going to go to the second one. I'm going to take my hook and insert my hook through that second stitch. I'm going to grab my yarn, come up, passing through that loop like this, so that you have 2 loops. So the loop in front, you're going to slip it to the loop that's at the back like this, and that is what we call a slip stitching. I'm going to move to the next stitch, insert my hook to the next stitch, grab your yarn, come up with it, so that you have 2 loops. You're going to slip the loop in front into the loop at the back like this, and that is what we call chaining. One more time. So I'm going to insert my hook inside that stitch, grab my yarn, come up with it like this, and I'm going to slip the yarn, the loop in front into the loop at the back. Sorry, my focus, like this, right? So I'm going to slip stitch the rest of the stitches and I come back. Right, so I've slip stitched until the end. So now what I want to do, I want to slip stitch on this side now. So to do that, I'm just going to go into this space here. I'm going to insert my hook there, and it passes through like that. So this is the yarn that we left out at the beginning. We're just going to ignore that. I'm going to grab my yarn, pass it through. You have 2 loops, and you're going to slip stitch. So you've kind of turned, right? So now on this other side here, there's no stitches as such, but these spaces here, these spaces are our stitches, right? So I'm going to work in the next space because we've already used this space. I'm going to work in the next space. So I'm going to insert my hook in there like this, grab my yarn, come up with it, and slip stitch. So that's what I'm going to be doing this whole side. one more time. I'm putting my hook in the spaces here, these spaces. So I'm going to set my hook like this, grab my yarn, come up with it, and slip stitch the one in front into the one at the back, like this. So I'm going to do the rest of come and come back. When you get to the end, cut some yarn. Right, so now what I'm going to do, at the very end, I'm just going to grab that yarn and pass it through that loop and pull like this. So for now we are finished with the first yarn. I'm going to introduce a new yarn. Right, so for the second part I'm going to do a slip stitch, as a slip knot, that is. Right, then I'm going to insert my hook, adjust it to the slip knot. Right, so now what I'm going to do, just going to remove my hook like this. I'm going to go here. So we want to be working in these V's, so I'm going to go in this V's. This is where I'm working. So I'm going to grab my hook, my yarn, make sure that I pull it up, then my knot is at the back like this. I'm just going to tighten it. Right, so to begin I'm going to make one chain to just join my yarn to the project. After that I'm going to chain another one like this. Right, the next I'm going to go into the next V on the side like this. I'm going to grab some yarn, come up with it. So I'm going to do a slip stitch. So slip the one in front to the one at the back like this. After that, pull your yarn a little bit, then chain one. I'm going to go into the next V or the next stitch, grab some yarn, come up with it. Right, I'm going to slip stitch like this, pull my yarn a little bit and chain one. So what you're literally doing, slip stitching and chaining one, and we're just going to repeat that until we get to the very end. Right, so I'm going to slip stitch, pull my yarn a little bit and chain one. And with this yarn I'm using two because I just want my border to be a little bit thick. So I'm going to repeat it again, insert my hook into the next stitch, grab some yarn, come up with it like this, and slip stitch the one in front into the one at the back like this and chain one. Right, so I'm going to repeat that until I get to the end. So let me quickly do that and I come back. Okay, so when you get to the end, you're going to cut your yarn like this, and I'm just going to grab that yarn and pass it through like this. Right, and tighten it. So what we're going to do, we're going to tuck this pink yarn inside our thing. Like this. Right, I'm going to continue tucking, so you're going to tuck it until it's not showing, then you're going to tuck the side also. So let me quickly tuck and I come back. Alright, so I have tucked my yarn, my pink yarn is no longer showing, and I've just done one side of the handle. So I'm going to quickly show you how I'm going to do the next side. I'm going to measure roughly 40 to 50 centimeters like this yarn, and I'm just going to double it. So right, so once I double it, I'm just going to go to the end here. Here it's tight, come on. Okay, so I'm going to insert my hook somewhere there, grab my yarn, pass it through like this. Okay, like this. So now at this point we have 3 yarns like this. So once I've done that, I'm going to make a simple knot, just a simple knot like this. And tie it as tight as I can. Right, so this side I have done a braid of approximately, I think, 40 centimeters. So I'm going to braid this side also, and to braid is to simply do like this. Right, so I'm going to braid it until it's the same size as this side, and I come back. Okay, so when you're done, you just cut your ends. Right, so if you guys want to put jewelry ends, you can put. If you want, I don't have. So at this point our necklace is done, you guys. So this is how it looks like. This is the front. So this is the front. If you like, you can wear it from the back. It also looks nice. So this side here, it can curve. You can steam it. So if you steam it, or you can steam it and it will become straight. Right, so that's it from me. Thank you so much for joining me. I hope you enjoyed this tutorial and you found this tutorial easy to follow. Please do subscribe and turn on your notification bell. Thank you so much.